Hello and welcome guys. Today I am going to start one new playlist that is related with the DevOps. So you can see that this is the playlist for the DevOps activity, the miscellaneous activity in which I keep on adding some video that is related with the DevOps. So today I come with one activity that is related with the AWS with the Jenkins. So I am going to deploy a Jenkins in a EC2 instance of the AWS. So first for this you need to have a account on AWS so that you can able to perform these activities. And I'm performing all the activities in a free tier so that you will not get charged for this. So as you can see that I log in into my account, I'm clicking on the EC2 instance to create it. So I'm going to launch a new instance and I select here the free tier only so that it's give the only the few tier eligible EC2 instance image type. So I'm going to select the Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Okay, configure the instance detail. Here you don't have to change anything because I'm trying to deploy the Jenkins on the EC2 instance, so nothing is going to change here. For the storage, no changes. For the ad, you can add the name here as Jenkins, just to identify that this system have the. Okay, so all things look good. I added the name also for the EC2 instance. Now the security groups we are going to use as uh, Jenkins SG security group for 88. So I added new security group here, and the description I am going to same as it is. Here I am going to add for the 8080 because Jenkins listen on 8084. Okay, so one rule get added. I review and launch this instance. Okay, so all things looks good, and now I'm going to launch it. So I already have a key pair named DevOps, so I'm using. If you don't have, you can create it from here, the new key pair, and it will generate a new PAM for you guys. I acknowledge this and create a new instance. This is the Linux instance, and from here you can view it. So I am creating this instance in the Mumbai region. So it will take a few minutes. It's currently showing me in the pending state. Now it's running. So you can see that I successfully launched one EC2 instance, which name is Jenkins, and I am going to deploy Jenkins on this particular machine. So here is the private IP and public IP. So I'm going to use the public IP for this. Okay, and I am using mobile extreme for this because you can also use the PuTTY, but in that case you have to generate a PPK file for the PEM, and when you use the mobile extreme it's not required. So I put the IP here and advanced SSH. I am using the PEM key, just I provide my PEM key informations. Okay, so for the specific norm, yes, you have to log in into EC2. I'm just going to use it. Okay, that's it. So it will connect me to the EC2 instance, and then there we will find the Java if the Java is installed, because for to install a Jenkins on the machines, Java is required. So Java version. So you can see that the Java is not available in this machine. So let's install a Java 1.8 or any version, minor version with a J1.8. So yum install Java 1.8 and put a strict mark. Okay, so it looks that we have to use the sudo command first for this, because it's not allowing the rights to do any installations, because we are not in the root, and we will execute the same command again. uh, Yum install. Perfect. So it's installing the Java machine. It will take approximately 1 minute, or if you have a slow connections, then more than 1 minute it will take to install all the supporting binaries for the Java. For your information, guys, I already added several videos on Kubernetes. If you are interested in Kubernetes stuff, or specifically you want to sit for the examinations of the CK, you can refer my those videos. I also added uh, some challenges questions that will be very beneficial for you guys for the CK exam. So now the Java is get installed. Now I have to set the environment variable for the Java, and for that I required where the what is the installations path for this. For the Linux, we have one command that will identify uh, the, the locations of the file. You can refer this command for the Linux. This will give you the informations about the locations of the Java. You can see that this is the directory. So I copy this path. This is the command for the Linux. You can't run it in Windows or Mac. They have some different command to identify the path for the Java installation. Okay, so for to set the environment variable for the Java, I use the Vim editor and bash underscore profile. Okay, so you have to do a modification in it and be very carefully while doing these steps. So here we have to use the Java underscore home, and we are going to provide the path here. Okay, till this path. And you have to define this here as well, like with a column you can start, and you can write a dollar sign and then same Java. Oh. So that's it, you just save it. Okay, the file has been saved. If you try to see the path by executing echo command, echo Java underscore home, it will give you nothing because you have to exit and again re-log in. Okay, you are logged out. Now again log in. Sudo su and now try to execute the same command. So you can see that our environment variable is perfectly fine. Now the next target is to install the Jenkins in this particular EC2 instance, because this is the prerequisite only for the Jenkins, that we should have the Java installed in the system. And now I'm going to refer a Jenkins site for this. So you can write here the Jenkins. Okay, it's coming here. Jenkins download. You just go to the Jenkins sites, and from here, because I am using the Linux, so I use the Red Hat. And these are the commands that you have to execute. So copy this command wget and run it here. I'm going to paste it, run this command. It's executed perfectly fine. And the next command that we are going to execute is related with the key. Copy it and again paste it here. Okay, so now it's time to do our Jenkins installations. So it will take a few minutes. Maximum, I think it's depend on your connectivity, whatever how much speed you have. For the internet, it will take some time. So you can see that it's a very quick, and you can see that Jenkins get installed. But one more thing, guys, after installing, you have to um, look into the service as well, either it's running fine or not. Service Jenkins status. So it's not running, so I'm going to start it. Okay, so now the Jenkins is running perfectly fine, and now I'm going to look into again the status to just verify it. Okay, it's active and running. So now I have to use the port, the IP, the local IP, and using the port I have to. I'm just going to paste it, and the port will be 8080, and we already added the security groups to allow this port. So you can see that it's something loading. Okay, so now Jenkins is getting ready to work. So this is running from our EC2 instance in which we deploy the Jenkins just right now. So when I get it's a default password. You can say that we have to run this command into the machine again to get the password. So permissions denied. Okay, we have to cat it to look into the password. Okay, so this is the password. Copy it, and here I am going to use it, and I will also show you how to change this password, the admin password. uh, So when you first time when you run the Jenkins, it asks you to install some plugins. But I'm not going to do this. But it's because it's depend upon the requirements. So what activity you want to perform with the Jenkins, and I'm currently not sure because this video is only for the installation of the Jenkins in the EC2 instance and run some job to test it. So I'm just skipping it. Start using Jenkins. So this is the Jenkins first page when you first running the Jenkins, and here you can see the admin. I'm just clicking on it to configure our password. So you can see that here is the password. So we use the Control A and delete the password, and I am assigning my password here. Control A, delete this as well. Apply and save it. So you can see that when you apply the password, you are getting the error because you are not a valid user right now. So it will ask you to re-log in with your changed password. So this is the correct thing. You don't have to worry after seeing this error. So again, I am going with the admin user with my change password, not the previous password, because I changed it. That's why it's get me log in, log out. Okay, so you can see that I am in the Jenkins. So now the first thing is to provide the Java path for this, and I'm going to manage my Jenkins for that. And here you can see the global tools configuration. You have to click on it after managing the Jenkins, and here you will find the JDK, because this is the very required steps that you need to perform before using the Jenkins. What is the name of the JDK? So my JDK is the Java home, and the locations. Uh, this is not the locations. I have to execute the command again in this, no problem. So I'm going to copy the command again that I used previously to get the Java installed locations, and this is the path. I am going to set it as it is. If you add anything here, it will complain you. It will not allow you to add anything beside this. So if you're getting any problem, it means that you did providing the correct path here, and you have to correct it. So install automatically. I'm not really doing the installation because I already performed it. So I'm going to just add the JDK. So it's got added, and I'm applying and saving this. Okay, so now the JDK part is completed. So let's verify by running a new job for this. So I'm using my first uh, Jenkins job, whatever item name you want to put it here, and the freestyle. Okay, this is the freestyle because I don't have any Maven or something like that. So it will only allowing you to do a freestyle project. This because this is the new setup, and in the source code, you can just pass here my first for your informations that why you are running this job, my first job. And here the source code, you didn't install any plugin for the git, so it will not provide you any information. So as currently we don't require it because we are not performing any such activity. This is the only the installation session, so none for this. And here, and if you want to execute anything in the Windows, you can put the batch command here. If you for the Linux execute some cell, so I am doing this activity in the Linux, so I'm executing. Uh, Nothing else, just echo some informations that you can identify. Okay, my job is running perfectly fine in the environment. So welcome to this DevOps project. Okay, nothing else. Okay, apply and save this. So your one job is now ready, and you can now build this job. If you want to do any configuration, you can do a change in that. So I'm clicking on this button now, so you can see there is one job started running. So this is the first job and that I performed, and it's have the tick icon. It means that it executed perfectly fine. So Jenkins is working fine. I will see the console output, and here you can find the welcome to this it's successfully giving me the results. So you can see that in this sessions I performed the activity in which I taken the EC2 instance and deploy it the Jenkins, but before that I installed the Java because Java is required, a mandatory things that you need to install first before installing the Jenkins. So I hope that you like my videos, and if you, I'm keep on adding some DevOps miscellaneous activity, any things that for this I want to build a session, a video for this that is related with development DevOps. I will keep on adding in the DevOps miscellaneous playlist. If you like my video, just subscribe to my channel, like, press the like button, guys, and share it with your friends as well, so that it's many people get benefited and this will be very useful for them as well. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so that in case I upload a new video, you will get notified. Thank you for watching my videos. Keep learning and be safe.